cmpradio.net. It's the station.
Yeah, it's my lie, and this is my philosophy. So we call it FALAsophy. We got my man Johnnie Slow right here.
What's up, brother? Assalamualaikum.
Legend in the hood. For y'all niggas that don't know, man. For y'all niggas that don't know, I had to get him on here, man. When I came home, I seen what he was doing, man. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I showed that at the gym. He wasn't even there. I was proud. I'm like, yo. And I know him, cause y'all don't know, he a little older than me, right? But he from Holy City. I'm from Teleterrace. You see what I'm saying? It's right there. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? So I know him. My old heads would talk about him. I got old heads that's like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the names that would come up. I heard some stories about you. I remember when they try to roll on you at the mark, and when you hit the bull with the uppercut and knocked him in the cart. You know what I'm saying? I heard that, John. My boy was like, yo, he's like, because I'm like, I always was like, yeah, I don't think he like that. I don't care who it is. Hey, that's a funny story, too. I don't want to get off topic, right? But I remember we was out the county, right? Everybody was so scared of this nigga, bro. Listen, I was like, why are y'all so scared of this slim-ass nigga, bro?
That didn't even bother nobody.
Yeah, and the nigga play down low. We all, on the basketball court, how I go adrenaline. So I'm like, I just be like having fun. Everybody know me. I might have came off as a troublemaker, but I wasn't really. I just like having fun, right? Listen, I just like having fun. But I used to hate how we used to be on the court and the same people that have foul the shit out of me won't foul this nigga. And he play down low. I'm like, yo, man, foul him. How you gonna let him? He don't jump that high. I mean, he can jump, but he don't jump that high. He just hold a lot. He's strong. And I remember I bumped into this nigga. He was slim, this young Johnny. You don't know that. And I'm kind of strong naturally. I would have never had to lift a weight a day amount. I bumped into this nigga. I'm like, man, what the fuck? But anyway, right? So I was like, yeah, they was so scared. And so one time we in the joint, we shooting shit. We out the castle. That was the county. Yeah, exactly. So one time I get to banging on him. I got nice hands. They gonna touch shit. Well, I ain't nice like this nigga, but I'm all right. I'm all right. Anybody know me? I'm okay. So I get to banging on him. He taking him. He like, oh yeah. He's like, damn. You don't remember, do you? He's like that. He like, oh damn, Fala, you hit hard, right? Man, The first time he hit me back, I'm like, yo, I'm scared of him. And I'm banging on him like trying to show off for people. Like, I'm not scared of this, I'm banging on. This nigga taking on, he catching, Fala, you hit hard. But then he threw one punch. I'll never forget it. He threw one punch. And I always remember this young Johnnie Slow, y'all don't understand. The nigga whole body moved. He threw a jab. His whole body moved. It was so, I'm talking about his head to his toe. Wham. When he hit me with the jaw, boom, snot shoot out my nose. Wham. I wasn't congested. I wasn't congested at all. Snot shoot out my nose. I'm like, damn, my man Celine was there too, because Celine know how I am. He like, yeah, he watching, he laughing. So I back up, right? And I step back up. I ain't even notice he knocked the one out. He hit me in my solar plexus. I ain't notice he knocked. I was like this.
That's the Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, bro, when I stepped back up, I couldn't breathe. I was like, hold up. With a jab, bro. And I ain't soft. Anybody know me know I ain't soft. Nigga hit me with a jab, bro. I was like, this nigga.
Took all the power.
And if we'd have been in the mix, imagine you'd have hit that joint, we'd have been mixing. And like, I would have been done. Mm-hmm. I'd have been done, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga knew how to fight before he start boxing, you know what I'm saying? And anybody knowing his name come up as a legend in the hood when it come to these. Mm-hmm. He a legend when it come to these. But then he start boxing. Should never gave this motherfucker no skills, bro. And if not, because he was, I mean, you know, he got a history. You know, Holy City was getting money too. Niggas, I remember that. It was a little paper over that joint, bro. I remember.
The little castle.
I remember when niggas like motherfucking call him like he, and that's what I like. I love his spirit. And anybody know me know I always respect niggas with good spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be amongst the wolves, the gun clappers. And nobody ain't gonna bring that shit slow way. I don't know if you ever got tagged before. You ain't never got tagged or nothing, did you?
Well, I did. Actually, it wasn't us though. They went to the Green Bar. It was all out there.
Okay.
They came through the alleyway, boom, put everything down. But I had $1,500 in my pocket. I had $200 in my hand. I dropped the $200, backed up. They let me slide. So I felt like I knew somebody that was in there.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, somebody just,
Cause I remember like I had did some nut shit one time. I did some nut shit. And Johnnie Slow came around there, right? He came around there on my block. This one, a lot of people want to pull down Teletares, bro. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, it's slow, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to find out what's up. He like, man, fuck all that gun shit. Find out what's up. You wrong. You see what I'm saying? And I had to respect that. And I remember one time, your man, he my guy too, but he kind of nutty. He, you know what I'm saying? We had words one time. I ain't gonna say what his name, but he just, that's your guy though, but he's nutty, and we had words. And down there by the high school, you know what I'm saying? That's my neighborhood, nigga. Come around here talking crazy, nigga. But anyway, we down to high school, and I remember I was arguing with his man, and his man kind of he ain't really like that, but he, you know, he'd do some things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm right around my way, and you know it's broad daylight. I ain't got my strap on me, and that was like and I remember I was leaving, and I was like, yo, I said, you know what? I'll be right there, because this boy got a little bit too disrespectful with his mouth in front of the bitches and everything. I said, you know what? I'll be right the fuck back. Slow was like, hold up, fella. Like, what you mean by you be right back? What the fuck? I was like, you know what? You right. You know what I'm saying? You right. Yeah, you right. Like I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, but I always had a lot of respect for him. It's his spirit. It's his spirit. It's his spirit. And like, you know what I'm saying? If you real, you claim you real, man. You know, they say real recognize real, game recognize game. So if you really like that, right, and you come into dispute, I'm not saying it's always exceptions to the case, but you don't make your case based on exception. 9 times out of 10, if you a real motherfucker, right, you're not gonna have a problem with another real nigga. One of y'all might not be as real. Because there's a certain level of respect, even throughout all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I already know Slow history. I came up under him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I came up under, like, I was a little bit younger than him. We was in the street at the same time. I remember the little low rider and all that. You know what I'm saying? Remember y'all was doing some, like, little activities in that joint. Neither here nor there. But, but listen. But, I went away for a long time. I did 5.5 years, came home 19 months. And then I went with 22 years. But I always used to think every time Slow came up, I used to be my guy. Definitely. And when I came home, he had the gym, right? And I'm like, damn, Slow got a gym. I'm like, it's perfect. I remember we used to work out. You put me up on the workout, too. You don't remember? That joint nice. You put me on the workout. We was out the county. We used to go out the county, right? And you put me up on this nice workout. And it's like, and you taught me how to eat. I was a baby. You don't understand? I was 18 when I first came to that joint. So you put me up on the joint how to eat before the workouts. You see what I'm saying? Not after the workouts. Eat before the, like, pasta.
Then you burn it all up, turn the muscle.
And you took me to the little joint that burnouts. They made you. Like, you do the 10, lighten it, 10. I learned that when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to learn that. I'm reading books now. You told me in real time. You was like, no, I don't do the heavy weights. We used to go down to the gym. Remember that little shabby-ass gym they had at the counter? Yo, you know what I'm saying? But he put me up on a little pimping in that regard. I had another old head. I respect him. But now, right, we transitioning now. What this nigga got going on, if y'all don't know, he got the gym. Tell him where it's at.
Marcus Hook, 801 Market Street, War Ready Boxing, where you get fit and get to fighting.
Yes, talking to Mike. I don't want him to hear nothing.
All right. But, and
I'm missing out.
we got a pro guy, Carlos Rivera Delgado. I'm sorry, Delgado. 4-0 from Puerto Rico. He's one of our, kind of like our first start off out of the country. He's doing great. He got a lot of followers. We're looking for more support with this guy. He's going to definitely be a world champ. So keep following. Check us out. We taking
Carlos
kids from
Rivera Delgado. Yeah, 6 and up.
Yeah.
Carlos Rivera Delgado. Look at him.
Don't forget it. Look at the page, Johnnie Slow Boxing. You'll get it on Instagram and Facebook.
And another thing y'all know about Slow, when he did start boxing, he got a little bit of invested in the street, but the nigga was #1 on the East Coast. A lot of people don't know that.
In 6-7 months, too.
He was #1 on the East Coast, all the way down to Florida. And this whole joint, like, he was like #1. Yeah, that was a Chester nigga. Niggas, you know how you go on the thing like I'm gonna show you, like, you your chest ain't got nothing. I'm like, okay.
Oh, and then I did win that championship at 65 in that same division after. So by the year out, I was the champ, 2 weight divisions.
Oh my God, it's my guy. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't just bring people on here. You gotta have something to offer. Then they got 8 golden gloves.
They
got 8 golden gloves. They got two. They got 2 state champs. And they got bare knuckle boxing. I ain't doing no bare knuckle boxing. I'm too old for that.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
Motherfucker, punch you in your head till you wake up retarded. But nah, I ain't going. I'm gonna get my baby in the like, I got a lot of youngins coming up, right? And I'm gonna get them in the box. I just don't want them to take a lot of headshots. I don't want them to be concussed, but they definitely going on the sport. It build a lot
of the craft without boxing. I mean, without actually punching. That's all.
Exactly. But I wanted to, like, when I was impressed. And this man told me, he gave me a free membership for money. Like, yo, just come on down whenever you want. And I seen what was going on. Sometimes, that was crazy. When I went to the gym the first time, me and Lil Lizzie from the east side was in there. Niggas just start coming through. I just heard his voice. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking around in the gym like, you know what I'm saying? He got cameras in there. You look at him like, what the fuck fella doing in the gym, right? So, and he had me in the ring, had me in there sweating and shit,
you
right?
And put it through, right? You put it through it.
And he put me up on some little pimping like this. A lot of niggas don't know. I stay on my soapbox, but I listen to That's what a lot of niggas won't do. I listen to a lot of people won't do that. But yeah, he turned me on, and it feel nicer. Instead of turning the hook over, it feel nicer when you just keep it like that. I never, motherfuckers used to always tell me turn. Even when I throw my uppercut, I might throw it like that but I used to always just turn it and tighten my forearm. But when you go like that, it's just feel nicer. Yeah. It feel nicer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I noticed, I'm like, yeah, it's, but I wanted to know what happened, like the inception of you getting the gym, right? And like, first of all, the decision to me, like why did you want to get a gym, right? I can assume, but I want to know why you got the gym and how that went. Like what made you decide to get the gym, how that went, and you know what I'm saying?
All right. This how it started. When we first got together and I first started boxing in 1989, I think that's when I started. Actually, it was. So we boxing. Johnny Cakes was our coach. He was like 68, maybe 65 when we got with him. So we working. Then he started, getting sick, older. He told me and the rest of the guys, it was Julio and Syfe. It was the three. Chuck Lawrence, the four dudes right there. So it was like one of us got to keep it going. He said, when I go, we got to keep this gym out and rolling. You see me? So I ain't think nothing about it, man. He ain't going nowhere. We going to be champs and you going to be good. That day came and we both went our ways. Everybody went their separate ways. I kind of kept it in boxing after he died. I just wasn't with the right people. You feel me? And that kept me back, getting out of there, doing what I wanted to do myself. And then I started cutting hair. And as I was cutting hair, I'm like, if I get a gym, it would be good. I looked at first, prices was crazy. Then I'm cutting hair. I'm hearing about all these kids getting bullied in school. You know how they bring them to the barbershop? Oh, yeah, well, my son just got bullied. My daughter got bullied. They say, yo, don't teach boxing? Light bulb popped off. When the light bulb popped off, I'm like, I said, you know what? If I find a spot, I'm going to do it. And these girls, it was really fathers of girls that probably was getting jumped, messing with boys. So that started, I started training a girl and her brother. After that, I started liking it. And I started getting in shape myself because I was out of shape. Man, this guy in the bar one day, this is what made me definitely change my conditioning. I used to hang in the bar after the barbershop. Dude asked me, you still got it slow? I said, daggone right, I still got it.
Like to believe anyway.
Yo, man, I thought I did. Man, we get to wrestling, 22 minutes, 30 seconds in, I was dead tired. So I sit down there, shaking my head. I'm like,
when the gas tank
I
used
can't
to be
talk
your
no more
thing.
trash.
You know what I'm saying? That used to be your thing. The gas tank is everything.
When I gassed that quick, he was tired of me, but I was like, ain't no way. I need more than 30 seconds. Yeah. So that's what got me back with the pushing with the kids. And I stopped a lot of bullies from that. Then I found me a small building in Linwood. So I started Linwood, little shop. It wasn't even sanctioned. I just put it in there. They shut it down as soon as I did it. So I already bought the stuff.
Trial and error.
You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, I made it happen, though. Yeah. So I had the money already tied up, and I had nowhere to go. So I'm looking around. I find a spot on 4th and, 4th and Yarnell? No, 4th and Ingle. The warehouse right there, 4th Street. No heat, no air, 3rd floor. He give me the whole top floor for $300. Had the ring and everything in it, bro. So it was like unbelievable that I then got out of a building. Then I got a building with full of equipment. You get what I'm saying? A ring, bro. It was a ring in this joint. So I'm like, all right. That started working for a while. Start hurting people. The steps was like 3 flights, so older people couldn't get up the steps. That start raining in this joint, so that everything started falling through on me. I'm like, Gotta find another spot. I started training this kid, never boxed in his life, made him a state champ in about 8 months. Never boxed, you hear me? He was a wrestler. State champ in 6 to 8 months. His pop had a ballroom that Koryak used to rent. Koryak moved out. It so happened it was just at the right time. I got right in the building, and that's what started.
Shout out to Koryak. He from around our way too.
Exactly.
He from around our way too.
He gave me the building to get busy.
Yeah. Now, I want to know, I see what you're doing. I'm down there, and you got the guys there. I love the energy.
Yeah, I keep that.
Walking that joint. Like the people you keep in there, and everybody see people like old school niggas, they be in there with their kids and shit. And I'm like, yeah. And that was a deep drawing when he was talking about how such a part of our culture, subculture, I should say. But it's such a part of our subculture, the bullying thing.
Yeah, bro.
I'm traumatized by bullying to this day.
I hate that, man. That's what got me to fighting, believe it or not. Yeah. Believe it or not, man, I got tired of people messing with people, and then I jump and help them. Mm-hmm. That's what really did it, bro.
Exactly. That's why I'm traumatized to this day. You gotta understand, listen, bullying's not good, but you can't blame the people that do it. That's why we come. We surrounded by hostility. We go to be violent. But when you go step up, we had to fight just to go outside. No, ever. In the 80s, like, motherfuckers want to see, but you can't even go play basketball. If you go down Butlerfield and somebody else from another way down there, it's like fighting. You go down to Boys Club, you go wherever the basketball course. I'm like, we had to fight just to go outside. Like, if you want to go play basketball, if you want to go up there and pump gas, like, remember pumping gas was like a hustle. You had to fight.
First, yeah.
You had to fight, bro. And I'm like, yo, then not only that, I had 2 older brothers. I got bullied in the house. That's trauma, bro. That's trauma. Got bullied in the house, right? And then I seen the people that used to, like my brothers, my brothers used to bully me. I'm a third of well, initially we had more, but the 3 boys, one of them was 4 years old and one of them was 2 years old. So I got bullied coming up in the house. But we step outside, people bully them. The people that bully them, I seen people bully them, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is... So it was so fucked up, right? No, real rant. I didn't realize bullying was really nutty till I got in the 8th grade. I thought if you could... This is how fucked up my mind was. I don't know how I missed. But I thought if you could beat I watched my dad bully my mom. So I thought if you... This is how messed up my mind was. If you could beat somebody, you were supposed to bully them. That's real rap. And then and when I got in the 8th grade, I started to notice things, right? Like that these people bullying these people, and some people don't even realize the bullying is so crazy and psychologically. Because I seen people, like we used to go down McLeod. A lot of people don't know IHM. That bred a lot of people. A lot of people went down McLeod. But I seen the dudes from down the bottoms, they used to mess with my friends that went to Catholic school, because I went down that joint. And the dudes that used to bother them was scared of me. And I'm like, bro, you can beat him. You just don't know it. Right. You see what I'm saying? It was crazy. I'm like, bro, fight him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, then I start thinking, I'm like, yo, bullying is nutty, and we need to stop this. Right?
All that, bro.
We need to stop it. But the way, peace, the way, like you said, the way you attain peace is if you prepare for war.
Sure. Trust me.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. You ain't gonna want to fight when you know how to fight and you know how to get in shape. That's gonna mentally get your focus right. You ain't gonna just want to jump out there and punch on nobody. You going to jail or you gonna get shot.
Exactly.
You both can't fight. You know y'all talking
Yeah.
Right?
And that's how he is. How he is. I remember when people used to say stuff crazy, and he'd just frown his face. He'd just look at me like, but he wasn't one to be like,
nope.
Out. And I remember my man Super Bandy. Like you know what I mean? He nicest nigga in the world. I remember my daughter, right? One time me and my daughter was having a conversation, right? And she was like, man, Dad, you swear you could beat everybody. She ain't know. She was only 7 years old. She ain't know, like, and I started like, well, who do you think could beat your dad? because I want to know. Like who you think could beat your dad? She started naming all these names. Naturally, she was naming bigger people. Like, name this person. You can't be. I'm like, I'm telling my mom, because she ain't believe me. I'm like, Mom, tell her that he can't beat me. You tell her. Like, so, but it got to a point she brought up Bandy name. She's like, you can't be Hubie. And I had to be honest. This is my baby. I didn't want to, but I was like, yeah, baby. I ain't say I couldn't beat him, but I just said, baby, he could fight real good. She looked at me like this. But he's so nice. And I'm like, typically that's how it goes. Yep. Because watch this. If you give your child the confidence of being able to defend themselves, they won't feel the need to prove themselves. And that's how I was. I always felt I had to prove to you that I wasn't afraid of you. Prove to you that you couldn't beat me. I had to prove that. But who was I trying to prove? To you or to myself? You see what I'm saying? I mean, and it's trauma that make us do it. But I would implore anyone to get the youngsters into a little, self-defense, specifically boxing, this martial arts.
Just even getting in shape, learning how to protect yourself. Yeah. That's a must.
Yeah. But shoot in. So I see where it's going. I'm proud of you. That's like you were my first guest on this. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for. So my thing is like, where's you trying to take it? I mean, you doing great by the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And what you doing for the community?
That's what it's about.
Get your kids in the gym. It don't cost that much.
Off the streets. They closing a lot of stuff up from the kids.
Even
basketball,
if they not
football, everything,
boys clubs, all that. It is where they at? Cause I ain't seen none. Where's the P? You know where the program's at?
Boys and Girls Club is over town.
Okay, is it lit? Or is people be over there? Cause
people over there, but it's not like our old.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of stuff going on around here.
They don't want nothing for the kids.
Yeah. I got you on that.
Because the kids go to jail.
Yeah. Yes, without a doubt.
Well, I don't do that. I get you in that gym and we travel. Like right now, can I say this?
Yes.
All right, we taking our kids to Havoc tournament in Florida. Roy Jones got something to do with this. We don't sit there and box in the gym just all day. We travel. We go to Florida every year to get some work, and this is a tournament. Get you better. We don't just sit around. We go to Vegas. We go to different spots to fight. So it ain't like you just sitting in the gym for nothing. You're going to learn how to fight. You're going to travel. You might be the next world champ. But that's my dream, to make a world champ. And Carlos Rivera Delgado is what we working on right now. We got a lot of other tools in the book. We got Frankie Lynn. You know what I'm saying? We got Wop Stevenson. You feel me? We got Naeem Nelson. We got some new guys, Greg, pop out.
That's what you feel.
Just watch and see, man. We're already working.
Yes. And listen, just come down. It's the energy. I'm telling you, the energy. You meet some nice guys in there with experience. Like, this ain't just whistling Dixie right here, man. We've been through some things. And we ain't the only ones. It's some guys down there. He got the whole east side in that show. There's not one there. You know what I'm saying? But and what better than that, bro? Because niggas always running your mouth, and I ain't even in shit. But you always like, come down to the gym. Come down to the gym. We could do whatever you want. We could box. We could wrestle. Whatever you want. Come down to the gym. We ain't always got to try to hurt each other. And I guarantee you, when we done, we're going to be able to shake each other and we'll get through our differences.
That's what we need to do. Put them guns down, talk. Let's build a community back up with riding with each other, helping each other. Stop hating, stop biting, man. The chicks ain't going to fix it. We got to fix it. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm going to say right there about that.
Yo, it was crazy because I noticed that too. When you know what I mean, we come up, like, we've been through our things, and you'll notice you'll start having animosity towards a person just because he's from a certain neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I noticed, bro, when I got in the prison, I noticed that, and not only that, niggas that I had beef with, I tag niggas. Shootouts with, I meet these niggas in the Bing, right? They are the coolest motherfuckers in the world, bro.
Yeah.
They just from a different neighborhood. Shout out to my man Rumor. I know people don't like him because, like, you know what I'm saying, because he was crazy as fuck and the stuff that he did. But I remember, like, we and I ain't gonna lie, man, Rumor, our thing was really about a bitch, for real. You know what I'm saying? We used to bump heads.
Is, bro.
We used to bump heads about bras, right? And so we got into some nigga. That's what a lot of people don't know about me. Like, people heard about me when I start busting my gun real early. They don't know I'll fight you all day. If you give me a fair one, I will fight you all day. Like, I'd rather fight you. But since I know, like, that's not what people wanted to do, we ended up in the gun stuff, right? And I met this nigga out the count, Theodore, that's his name. Theodore was when he got life, man. Shout out to Rumor. I know it was he did some distasteful things in his life. Very distasteful. But when I met him, I mean, we just be traumatized. Trauma made him do it. I speak for him, man. Trauma me. You know, if y'all knew his history, Eastside niggas know his history. Mm-hmm. Trauma made him do that, bro. I know him. But he was the coolest motherfucker in the world. And I'm looking at this nigga when I'm out the jail. I'm like, why was I ever beefing with you? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, we motherfucker, Emilio Sparks got a joint way back in the day, Stay Private. A lot of young boys, but the hook to the song is, he said, till I'm gone, nigga, sing my song. And he says, Emilio, just try and get over. Let me catch a nigga try and get over. He just summed up the hood just like that. You see what I'm saying? People, we just out here. We in the same condition, same boat. Why you hate him? Mm-hmm. He's in the same condition as you.
We fighting the same struggle.
I don't even know how long we've been going. And I don't know how long we got to have to end this joint, but I don't know. AP, this is the real shit that goes on. Because we started, usually, we start at a certain time, and I know. Because I be watching the clock when I'm in here with my guy, and I forgot to watch the clock, bro. So I don't know.
Remember, I got here a little early. We probably only did
exactly.
22 minutes.
No, we started early. That's why I got to ask him. I got to ask him how is it running.
Because I'm doing half hour,
45 minutes.
Oh, we didn't get there.
45 minutes. You sure? Yeah. You sure? I don't know because time be passing.
I got here. It was like 20.
I want to know because I do a piece at the end. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Usually my mind was so scattered, but
and we could settle beefs there too, bro.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Like, come down the gym. Meet a nigga down the gym, bro. A nigga don't have to die because how you feel or what you believe. There don't have to
be no crowd. It could just be you and the guy.
And sometimes I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all might not even want to fight. Once y'all get there, when the people ain't around, you might not. I've been through situations like that.
Y'all gonna talk it out.
Exactly. And it ain't really like, you know what I mean? You not like that. Everybody think, like, our parents used to always tell us, it's always somebody out there bad.
And could I say this? I just got issue with this sometimes. I try to speak to everybody, and then they don't speak back. I don't understand that. As a black man or a black woman, if I speak to you, I don't want nothing from you. It's just to greet you as a person. You just don't say nothing. I just think that's ignorant.
It definitely is.
You gotta stop that. That's it. I mean, just stop.
You don't own nothing. I mean, it's a civil duty that we have. You don't owe nobody anything. I notice everybody. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I did all that time. I came out. Everybody's so angry. It's one civil duty that I believe that we have. I could be wrong. If somebody willing to come on and debate me about it, we could do that too. I think the only thing we owe each other is small kindness and courtesies.
Yeah, bro.
That's all you owe people. So it don't cost you nothing to be courteous and be mannered.
Nope.
And if you ain't willing to do that, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's where I'm at. But that's what caused the issues, the ignorance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that's why you have to inform people. Like a lot of people, they did, and that's what FALAsophy is about. I believe that people's brain is on cruise control. Gotta grab the wheel sometimes. Gotta take the cruise control off. And because a lot of stuff, I was on the phone with somebody today and they was talking about keeping up with the Joneses. Watch this. Niggas talking about watch this. I don't want to get off topic. Motherfucker talking about they don't wear fake shit. I don't wear fake shit. I'm like, okay, cool. But my point is, why are you so adamant about that? Why you got so much conviction when you say that? Because watch this. You not wearing fake shit, that don't make you no better than the motherfucker that does wear fake shit. Nope. I believe, I don't know, this is just my assessment. I believe that black people are so caught up in fashion and stuff because they don't have no real sense of identity.
Yep. Them ones, yeah, exactly.
So my point is, like, a lot of these things been imposed on your mind. You didn't even come up with this yourself. Because if you came up, if you was really an original thinker, motherfucker, exactly, you would wear whatever the fuck you wanted to wear. And my point is, start challenging your thoughts, bro. And we all in the same game. And we up against so much. And trust me, I understand the young boys. I don't blame them. I know trauma made them do it. Like I was telling you, I know some young boys is in the game just because the game was already here when they got there. And that was they just playing their hand that they dealt. Everybody don't have the same level of reasoning faculties and everything. Like me, I was traumatized by gun violence. I started precipitating it. I've heard stories about young boys, they in certain areas, and just because they from a certain neighborhood, a dude start cutting at them, right? So, you know, he don't understand. Like he don't have the opportunity or either wherewithal or to leave. That's just not an option for him. He's too young. So, you know, he can't just leave. He has to come up in this environment. So now it's basically like he's forced into this because he doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel safe. So, and that's basically what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But once you realize this one thing, one crucial point, people are people. That's anthropology, bro. We just trying to make it through, just like you trying to make it through. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to see everything eye to eye. We live through different lenses, but we don't have to be so angry all the time. We up against enough, and plus us as black people, we in such an austere predicament. Bro, we need a real big gun. And them little guns that we want turning on each other, that ain't enough. AP, how long we been running? Because we know we started early, so 37 minutes. Okay, so now we got like 8 left. We got like 8. I wasn't sure. See, I didn't know. We got like 8 minutes left. So, yeah, whole time. Is there anything you would want to say before we leave?
We got fights coming up every weekend. I started doing the sparring show. It'll be in another 3 weeks. We'll do one where you could come in and watch all the guys fight from all over different gyms, and they go to war. And if you want to participate, holla at me.
And I think we should have an old head joint. I'll be the first joint, kick it off. Old head, washed up old head. I'm 50. I know I don't look it down. But anyway, listen, I'm 50. I come.
Let's go.
I'm just not going to fight a nigga like Slow on camera. I'll fight him off camera. I'm not fighting him on camera. Y'all not going to be rewinded like, you, guy caught him.
They'll be training.
Listen, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I fight people. I won't fight Slow. I won't fight Revolution Washington. He was the only motherfucker that when I put the challenge out, everybody, nobody said shit but Rev. I'm like, Rev, you was a bitch ass nigga too, Rev. I'm like, yeah, Rev, you supposed to stand down. He's like, he the only one that said something. That's like, yeah, you gonna go fight Jesus. But listen, like no whole time. Yeah, like, yeah, I ain't gonna try and get embarrassed. I know my limitations. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I think I'm tough too. Like, yo, it's like, nah, but it's, you know what I mean? I do it for the fun of it. I used to do it for the love, bro. I know I ain't the baddest motherfucker out there, but I can show you ain't need. But I love the sport though. And I can wrestle too.
And that's what it's about.
I can wrestle too. That's why I guarantee you. Watch this. If you could beat me in boxing, you can't beat me in wrestling. And if you could beat me in wrestling, you damn sure can't beat me in boxing. It's only like you, Randy. That motherfucker's like a superhero.
That dude,
He's a superhero. Like Slow, one of those too. I don't know. I never wrestled him. But
I ain't
like,
no wrestler. I just stay on my feet.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I already know that the hands.
You wrestle me, I'm biting you, Mike Tyson.
But I mean, I grew up with wrestlers in my. I used to tell my homies in the Bing, like all my homies from Philly, and I came in juvenile joints and everything. And it's like it's a funny thing with Pennsylvania. This is how it typically goes. The East Coast, right? They box. The West Coast, typically they wrestle, and Harrisburg, they do both. They wrestle and box. It's crazy, but you'll find motherfuckers from Pittsburgh that get busy with their hands too. Don't sleep on them. Yeah, without a doubt. They got history. Pittsburgh got a history of boxing. But typically in the jail, they wrestle.
You gotta think, we East Coast, man. Anything East Coast, bro, we got style.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
I got a West Coast guy just came to the gym. And he was explaining to me how he fight. He was running him up there, you know. He came down here, I told him, I said, what's your favorite, I asked him, what's your favorite punch? He said the jab. You get in the ring with these guys from down here, East Coast. Mm-hmm. I didn't see the jab. So he didn't throw that jab at all. He was walking down people, getting caught with slick shots. So it's definitely a different style from West Coast to East Coast. Mm-hmm. Don't think you coming over here from the West Coast and you're going to run something through some East Coast brothers. Yeah. Ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it's a different type.
Ain't going to happen. That's real.
That's like he was talking about Johnny Cake. People don't know I grew up on 2nd and Rainy. Mm-hmm. And I remember I used to always fight. And anybody around my age from around there, y'all know y'all couldn't beat me. And like a lot of people just know me from this because they don't know no better. But anybody around my age, y'all couldn't beat me. Y'all already know y'all couldn't. But I remember my grandma. Listen, my grandma, that's why I got my slag set right. You know what I mean? She's talking like, yo, you always fighting. Why don't you go around Johnny Cakes and be a prize fighter? I'm like, a prize fighter?
Go.
I said, a prize fighter? I'm like, what is that? You get prizes for fighting? That's what I want to do. Listen, so I went around there. If you want, but I waited till late. I ain't gonna lie. I waited till late. I was already like, but I remember the first thing Johnny Cake.
You could have got with us, though.
Listen, my first, this one Johnny Barks. I don't know where this one Johnny Barksdale. When who else? Yeah, he was good.
You know him?
Johnny Barksdale, little short Johnny. We went to high school with him. Yeah,
that was my man. Listen, he bust my eardrum.
Listen, little Johnny too. Yeah. Listen, and this is what he said to me. This is no lie, bro. This is how I know I had to be kind of nice, but I was raised by Hugh Bandy. That's what people don't know. Johnny, I go in the joint. He tell me to stand in this the first thing he told me to do. He said, stand in the mirror and throw a jab. I just start throwing. I used to watch my Ali joints, so I'm just throwing a jab. I just keep throwing it, right? He start calling people out the bag. He's like, yo, look at him. So he's like, yeah, and I start throwing other stuff. When people start watching, you know I'm a show off anybody. That's how I made. I never met it. So when people start watching, I'm throwing all kinds of shit. He said, I said throw a jab. That's what Johnny Kid had, the glasses, the hat. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Listen, he talking, I said a jab. So listen, that's what he did. He had me looking at stuff and throwing jab in the mirror forever. He wouldn't let me throw nothing else but a jab, right?
I did that for 2 weeks.
So when they walk away and we able to, what's the name, talk to them, like, so they all walk up to me like, yeah, where you from? I'm like, oh, from around here. Like, it was 2nd and Rainy. I was really from about high school, but my grandma helped raise me a lot. So I'm from around here. So somebody gonna ask me, yo, what gym you come from? I was like, I ain't no gym. I ain't never. Johnny looked at me and was like, yes, you did. That's what he said. Like, nigga, you boxed before. Nigga, you lying. Off a jab. And that's all from watching. And that's another thing. You can learn. You don't believe you can learn from watching. You can.
Yes, hell yeah.
That's how you really learn. You gotta practice, don't get me wrong. But how you really learn is from this perspective. Watching, seeing what you're doing, seeing what other people doing.
Because if you just teach, if you never watched it and then I try to show you, it's gonna be like, well, I don't know what you mean. But when you be like, look at this video, and then I want you to come over here with me. Then they got an aspect of what they got to do or how they supposed to. So that's the hardest part when I get kids till they get it. But if I got a group of them, it comes together fast.
That's how I learned UFC. People don't realize I learned mixed martial arts from watching. I practiced it once, but I be watching it like this. And I remember we was in the prison, and people used to be like, "Fala, you swear, no." I'm like, all right, come on, I'm gonna show you that I do. And you don't know, you ain't never watched, so you don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You don't even know the defensive. And I used to, people stronger than you. The shit works. It's martial arts. And if a nigga don't believe me, I ain't even in shape, but I look good. Listen, look, I ain't even in shape. You come down there and we do MMA, I'm going to trash your ass. If you let me grab you, I'm going to trash you. But it's neither here nor there, and I learned that from watching. But we about to have to end this joint. I do a piece at the end, and I came up with something. Usually I do a little piece at the end. This part of my joint. I ain't do the typical stuff because I got my guy here, and I'm going to end the joint with this. I want y'all to listen to me because y'all know I'm an artist. Listen, y'all play this stuff be. I can't even remember. That's why I ain't have my joints. Listen, I got a little shit with me, but I ain't full of it. And just the fact that I'll admit that I'm a little slick, this should tell you a little something about me. But it really isn't enough to just doubt me. See, I might just mess with fiction to accomplish prepositions. Like how I might just lie if I'm trying to get by or over or around. I believe it's necessary at times. But I don't think I'm necessarily a bad guy because I'm real. But people think that because I'm a criminal, that I can't be a stand-up individual. But I ain't to be trusted. I'm treacherous, vicious. But I always keep my word. I just don't ever give it. So don't ask me to promise, to be honest. And the only difference between y'all and me is that I'll admit that I won't always be truthful, but you want me to believe that you always be. So who's shitting who? And you can ask anyone who's around me every day. They'll tell you I say what I mean and I mean what I say for the most part. Fala will be true. But it ain't about what I say. It's about what I do. Because actions speak louder than words. So all that I've done, just take a look at it. And you'll see, yeah, I got a little shit with me. But I definitely ain't full of it. It's for Raw, my man Johnnie Slow, FALAsophy. Come back, check me out. Holla at the bull, man. I gotta have Slow back. We gonna have you sitting over here. Cause you know what I mean. We gonna put people in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? People that think they tough or think they know. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get at it. We gonna get at it
too. You getting paid only the winner. Chicken dinner. You know what I mean?